Hey guys, this is a video that's been taken down by YouTube on 3 occasions, which means it's pretty important if they refuse to let it be up. So I'm going to try to do this in a way it doesn't get taken down. Well, I don't know if I'll have any luck at it. We'll see.
The systematic implementation of the fall of the Republic and the rise of the corporation of the United States. Every major event is a step in the ladder to achieve that end. COVID is just another rung in the ladder.
Yeah, this is going to be a problem because I'm not going to, without having this whole thing memorized, I'm not going to be able to probably stop it in time before he says something, but I'll keep trying. We're going to keep going with it. So far, he said the word COVID. You know, if that's cause for taking the video down, that's pretty sad.
Which is why there's a deliberate mixing of all the wordplay, right? I mean, we should stop calling it, quarantine. That's a term designated for people that are verified sick. This is a house arrest mandated by the state. You should stop calling it, social distancing. There's nothing social about forced isolation. We should stop saying safer at home when millions of Americans don't have basic necessities adequate to fit their needs. It assumes that everybody's home is equally as safe as the people that are making the statements. We should stop saying, this is for the greater good, right? When you close the economy, killing millions of businesses that families have worked generations to establish, that's anything but good. We should stop saying this is the new normal. That's just blatant mind control drivel. There's nothing normal about forced isolation, treating your neighbor like they have the plague, breathing your own bodily waste, wearing masks, living in constant fear of contamination. That's normal. I mean, after all, if the virus is so deadly, why hasn't it wiped out?
Okay here. Well, he just said a blanket statement, the virus. He didn't really say which virus he was talking about.
The homeless who don't social distance, wash themselves regularly, let alone, live in or have access to a sterile environment. Last year, 1.5 million people died of tuberculosis. Why were you not wearing a mask during the tuberculosis pandemic? You were endangering, public health and safety along with billions of other people around the globe. So why didn't you wear a mask? I'll tell you why. Because the mainstream media didn't tell you to wear a mask. Right? And so because though 1.5 million people died from tuberculosis, there was no tuberculosis pandemic any more than there's a coronavirus pandemic. What you're really participating in is a beta test for AI systems and facial recognition. See, these cameras work best when people are, distance apart. Now they're actually testing through machine learning how to recognize, a face that's partially covered. It's also a way to easily determine who's compliant and who's not. Who does the propaganda work on and who it doesn't?
So that's a really good point. I want to keep this in mind. This video was done in 2020, April 2020, which was right after everything began. So this guy was on top of it, man. He was just on top of it. So a lot of the things he's saying might seem outdated. Talking about lockdowns, well, we haven't had lockdowns in a long time. So, but you never know. That stuff could pop up again. This truth is very important to get out. I don't know how to get it out, guys, because in addition to me having 85 subscribers, thanks to YouTube pretty much silencing me, they keep taking this down. They said that this goes against the WHO, and I don't see how. I don't see how that is. I just think there's just so much powerful truth in this short message that they have to take it down. And this video was up on my channel for close to 2 years, and they just took it down. And now I've tried to post it in many different ways, and they keep taking it down. They keep taking it down. So I don't know.
get this. There's some ironies that are here, right? A society that kills millions of babies a year for convenience has shut itself down to prevent adults from dying. People that on the one hand slaughter babies in the womb by the millions are now preaching to the masses about the sanctity of human life. It's double speak, double talk. It's the two doctrine policy. One for the initiated, one for the uninitiated. One for the inner circle, another for the masses. It's like saying, if I violate the stay-at-home order, I can be arrested, but you're letting convicted criminals out of prison so they don't get coronavirus. Synthesis. If there's a real pandemic, does it require, faulty thesis, antithesis, synthesis? If there's a real pandemic.
Okay, and I just want to say, he just said the comment, if there's a real pandemic. He didn't say it's not a real pandemic. He just said if there is.
Faulty virus models, rigged test results, 81% false positives, inaccurate news reporting, staged hospital overruns, manipulated death certificates.
Now, he's not saying that's what happened. He's just saying, hypothetically, if there's a real pandemic, do you have to do these things? He's not saying that's what happened, right?
Nope. When the government shuts down millions of small businesses but doesn't lay off any government employees, it's not about the health.
Again, that doesn't go against the WHO.
When the state bans dentists from practicing but deems it necessary for abortion clinics to stay open, it's not about your health.
That doesn't go against the WHO.
When the state prevents you from buying seeds for your garden but allows you to purchase lottery tickets, it's not about your health. An institution that has the ability to destroy all of Earth through alleged nuclear warfare should not regulate personal self-defense. An institution that's caught trafficking drugs shouldn't be able to regulate plants. An institution that's racked up $23 trillion prior to coronavirus in debt shouldn't be allowed to manage the retirement fund.
I mean, come on, YouTube. Why do you have a problem with this? Unless you are the government. Unless you are the government. Unless the government is YouTube. You own YouTube. I mean, why do you have a problem with this? This guy's just telling the truth. This doesn't go against anything the WHO says.
An institution that was caught spreading STDs should not be allowed to run healthcare. If people are really concerned about public health and safety, in general, but, they don't care if people, eat garbage, drink poison, smoke cancer, and take prescription drugs, but think that toilet.
Okay, this part I'm going to have to skip. He says, but they think that toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and face masks will stop the boogeyman blank iris. I'll take off the first letter of the word. The boogeyman blank iris. Then he says, then that's a special kind of stupid. So I'm going to pause this video till I get past that. Stand by.
This is a special kind of stupid that I can't address here. You should ask yourself a couple basic questions. When did you consent from, you creating a government to serve you to you serving the government ruling over you? If you want to know, who's in charge, just think about who you can and can't criticize.
Exactly. If you want to know who's in charge, who can you and can you not criticize? And, YouTube's saying you can't do anything against the WHO. I mean, maybe that's who's in charge here. Now, guys, this video really needs to get out. It could get taken down within minutes after posting it. If you see this video, please email me Revelation 3.16 @gmail.com. and I will send this to you. I will email this to you, and maybe you can do a video, and it'll take them 2 years to find it on your channel. It took them 2 years to find this the first time. Again, that's 1, the number 1, the symbol 1, Revelation 3.16 @gmail.com.